What happens when you get into debt?
It's a load of bollocks! Get off this lad!
No!
And you can't
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
or won't pay it back.
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Evil! You have to down to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors
Hello?
in dramatic situations.
You want to stand here like a big man.
Leave it. Talk to me. Talk to
Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
I don't know where I'm going to stay for the night.
That's an immediate eviction.
and their possessions.
The desk are going. Everything.
You're joking.
Okay.
Because whatever happens,
High Court enforcement!
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
Personal debt in the UK exceeded £1.5 trillion in 2016. A £53 billion increase since the previous year. This dramatic rise resulted in over 300,000 people seeking advice from one debt charity in the first half of the year alone.
Matt Highway and Gary Ball are High Court enforcement agents. They travel all over the West Midlands, recovering debts and seizing goods.
Right, let's go and live the dream, mate, shall we? Let's go and make someone's day.
It's 7 a.m. and they're in Birmingham to collect nearly £2,000 owed in unpaid parking fines.
So, mate, it's still dark and we're in Northfield. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Let's mix it up, mate.
Yeah, go on.
You ask me where we're going.
Do you know where we're going?
I do, mate, yeah.
You tell
Always
me.
know where we're going.
Go on.
We're going to see a Mr. Stephen Watson.
You okay, you got that bit right?
In Northfield.
You got that bit right?
And he owes a few pence under £2,000.
Yeah, it's £1,967.99.
There you go.
If Mr. Watton can't or won't pay, the agents can seize goods and vehicles belonging to him to offset the debt.
With the Fiesta in the drive.
Morning, madam. I was after a Stephen Watton.
Not here.
Not here? Oh, doesn't he? No. Who are you to him, madam? So who is he to you, madam?
It's not anything, it's not.
Morning, sir, you alright?
He's not here. So you're gonna have to leave.
Yeah, who is he though, sir? Who is he?
What do you mean?
To you?
Who is he?
Who is he to you?
It's nobody to us.
Did
You
he?
don't live here.
Are you saying that you're new tenants? Is that what you're saying to us?
Yes.
You don't live here.
So he's not here at the moment? Or he's a previous tenant?
No, you don't,
All right.
you don't live here.
Well, High Court enforcement agents are here with a High Court writ today. Can Mr. Watton be contacted?
No, because, like I said, we don't know who he is.
If you work with us, then we can work with you.
He used to live here.
Either
We
with...
used to do that. They were getting somewhere. When we first turn up on a job, all we got to go on is a name, an address, and the amount we're there to collect. So we do have to think on our feet when we get there, you know, asking lots of questions. We have to dig down and, you know, try and find the person we're looking for. But I think me and Matt, you know, work well together. We're a good team, and 9 out of 10 times you do get the outcome that we both want.
After claiming not to know the debtor, the man now says that Mr. Watton was a previous tenant. But the agents need proof that he no longer lives there.
Have you got a council tax bill or a tenancy agreement we can have a look at to prove he doesn't live here?
Well, you've been banging at the door early hours in the morning, yeah.
Didn't bang on it, sir. We just knocked on it.
Might want to speak to us now. I'm going to get my mate out the car then.
Okay. Mate, it's called Mr. London Triangle, and he's going to put it on the car now.
There's a possibility that one of the men may in fact be the debtor, Stephen Wattham, and the cars outside could be his. The agents act fast to secure them.
Just watch the door, mate.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, we're going to get situations where people deny that the defendant lives at the property. You know, we can only converse up to a level. If conversation stops, then we try the action technique. The second the clamp comes out the back of the van, and suddenly, you know, the whole house lights up.
Matt's actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Oi, get hands off me, bro. You ain't taking that, buff. I've got paperwork to prove that's what it is, buff.
Go and get the paperwork. Move back.
Yo, get off me.
Move back.
Yo, you need to watch yourself, you know. You need to watch yourself.
So if you're going to get silly, we're going to get the police in and get you arrested, all right?
Please, check the reg on that car.
Guys, if you wanted to work with us, you could have worked with us.
The car. I'll cut that off. I'll cut that off. I'll cut it off, buff. I ain't bothered. You need to get off the property.
Excuse me.
Listen, high court.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
We don't know where they live.
Okay.
I don't know where they are.
We have asked you for a tenancy agreement or a council tax bill.
No, I've not
Tenancy
got that,
agreement?
no,
People get aggressive and insult us as their way of dealing with the situation. They might think if they do threaten us enough, then we'll leave. We're not going to leave. We're there to do a job. Whether you threaten us, whether you threaten our family, we're still going to be there and we're still going to do the job.
The men are not telling the agents who they are, but Matt still suspects one of them could be the debtor. So he increases the pressure and clamps the second car in the driveway.
Back away from You're not taking my
Back away from me.
I've got to go take the kids to school. This is my
away
car.
from me. Back away from me. Move away from me.
Move now.
Move away from me. Move away from me. Move.
Suck your mum, straight up, suck your mum. No, suck your mums.
Right, I'm going to get the police here, mate.
Get the police here, mate. Move away.
Suck your mums.
Move away from me. Move away. Move away from me.
With tensions escalating, Gary and Matt will have to act quickly to prevent the situation turning violent. Now, with the situation getting even more confrontational, Gary calls the police.
Hello there, can I have the police, please?
Whatever you are,
Whatever, mate. Whatever.
Hello?
I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, we have 2 High Court enforcement agents, 2 gentlemen getting a bit violent and a bit shouty with us. We're executing a High Court writ.
We'll send an officer when we've got one available.
Thanks very much. Cheers, bye-bye.
Okay, thanks.
The police are on their way, but the men aren't calming down.
It's my car, it's not
Okay.
fucking yours. It's not nobody else's. This house is not rented by him either. Check the council, he's not rented. He's not down, he's living here. I've got to go take the kids to school, you're going to fucking clamp my car?
Where's the kids?
Down at my baby mum's, that's where they are.
That's okay.
You're gonna try and fucking
Well, this is not going anywhere.
off with that on there?
You can drive off with it on there if you like. You'll make a bright mess of your car, though.
People obstructing us, it only makes life more difficult for them, really. I think what they need to remember on that, it is a criminal offence to obstruct me in my duty. People will try that as a deflection, but the end result's still the same.
The agents have been at the property nearly half an hour. Finally, the woman hands Gary her tenancy agreement.
That's what we asked for in the first place, isn't it? That's all we wanted.
I was here 6 years, I exchanged with them, and then I changed mine.
You moved back in here how long ago?
Like 4 or 5 months ago.
The woman claims Stephen Wattham moved out several months ago when she exchanged properties with him, and he's not listed on the tenancy agreement. But as addresses are double-checked before a writ is issued, the agents can't be totally sure that the claims of the house exchange are true. Matt and Gary decide to wait for the police to arrive before taking any further action.
Okay.
You're done doing your job now, ain't you?
No, we're not. No, we'll wait for the police to arrive, okay.
Well, you got your letters, see you later.
We've still got the issue of you obstructing in my duty, haven't we, which is criminal offence, so we'll have a chat with the police about that.
I've got shit to do. I've got stuff to do. I've got to go take the kids to school.
Well, it's delayed at the moment, unfortunately.
What do you mean delayed at the moment?
Yeah.
That can be taken off my other
They shouldn't,
As soon as the police
they
get here,
shouldn't,
yeah,
be
that's
too
great.
long.
God, I swear to God.
It's just a crazy way of going about things, isn't it?
I know. He's off on his morning run now.
But then, one of the young men disappears down the street. While they wait for the police, Matt looks for any clues as to the ownership of the cars. But he's in for a surprise.
On the rear passenger footwell. Wrapped up in a towel. It's the sort of things we have to be aware of when we're doing our job. No other tools, like no screwdriver or spanners or socket set or anything, just a lump hammer.
Minutes later, the young man returns, followed by another man.
What are you doing here? Who are you looking for?
Hello, sir. Who are you, sorry?
You're looking for Stephen Watton?
Yes, sir.
That's me. Why are you here?
Oh, great stuff. OK, smashing.
The agents finally have the man they were looking for.
So you're Mr. Stephen Watton?
I am, yes.
So there's a High Court writ outstanding for you?
That's right. No, I'm not paying it, that's the whole point.
Mr. Watton immediately denies responsibility for the unpaid parking tickets.
I had a Jaguar a very long time ago.
Yeah.
I sold the Jag. A year afterwards, I got the first ticket through. And a few days later, another one come through. Another one come through. I think I ended up with a pile of them, about fucking 50 or 60 of the fucking things.
But they're still found in favour of the claimant?
I don't know.
Well, obviously, that's why we're here.
So where do you live now then, Stephen?
Yeah, I live up the road.
Yeah, what's the address?
I don't need to give you that door.
You don't?
Do you know what a ghost is?
A ghost?
Oh, you're a ghost?
I don't need to.
With Mr. Watton refusing to give his new address, the agents can't be sure that he's telling the truth about no longer living here. But then, Matt gets handed proof that the dark grey MG isn't Mr. Watton's.
Cheers, sir. Thank you.
Right, just get a copy of that, mate. I'll just take the clamp off it. Right, mate, I'll take it off and you can get gone. The gent now, after some level of discussion, has managed to show me documentation to show that the car doesn't belong to the defendant. So I'll release that now for him and he can get on his way.
20 minutes later, the police arrive.
Here they are, mate.
The agents hope that the police presence will force Mr. Watton to reveal where he now lives.
Morning, officer.
How you doing?
We initially called this morning. The door was shut in our faces. Unfortunately, we had no other option but to seize the assets that were on site. The two younger men tried to obstruct me in my duty. Managed to get both vehicles clamped. Now, this guy here in the hoodie is our defendant.
Okay.
We explained the High Court writ to him. He's point blank said, I refuse to pay it. I'm not telling you where I live.
But as Mr. Watton hasn't committed breach of the peace, the police can't force him to divulge his details to them either.
So that's Stephen. What's his surname?
Watton.
You won't tell me. Watton.
With Mr. Watton's true address remaining a mystery, the agents are running out of options. Until proof of the ownership of the other car is established, it remains their only potential asset.
So at the moment, you've clamped that while you do some inquiries?
Yeah, we've asked them for the
Proof.
V5 and the insurance for it. They can't provide it at the minute, so obviously it stays clamped.
Yeah.
Because you never know, this just might be Stephen.
The police make some checks and trace the owner of the clamped Fiesta.
The vehicle does not belong to Watton.
Not decent.
Yeah.
With the second vehicle not belonging to Mr. Watton either, the agent's only option is to instruct the office to trace his new address.
We'll find you in the end, Stephen.
You won't find me.
Of course we will. Debt will always catch up on you. If we go to a certain property and you're not there, then we will put a trace into the office and they'll find a new address for you and we will be knocking on the door.
Today, there's nothing more Matt and Gary can do to enforce the writ. They have no choice but to walk away empty-handed. But Matt has one last word for Mr. Watton.
All I can say to you, buddies, we'll see you somewhere else because it's a live High Court writ, all right?
Well, I'll be dealing with that live High Court writ.
And we'll see you then. Okay. Okay, we're all sorted, officer, yeah, thank you, yeah.
Okay, Stephen.
There's not a result there for the clients as such at the moment, but it's part of the enforcement process. We have to attend the address that the writ names. and that's what we've done. So we've discounted that address. We can now get on with the next part of the process, and that's finding where Stephen does actually live.
Despite Britain's improving economy, the latest figures from debt charities show that an increasing number of people are seeking help for debt problems. Reports indicate that single parents are the worst affected, with those seeking advice doubling within the year.
How far are we? 1.6 miles to go.
High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes often have to work with the most vulnerable families.
My mother was on benefits. She raised us on her own, and she struggled doing it. So I know how hard it can be to be on benefits.
Today, they are on the south coast.
Debtor is a Miss Erica Kuna.
Yep.
And we are in Hove. Look forward to an ice cream on the beach.
How much is the writ for, mate?
The writ is for £2,435.23. Hopefully someone will be in and we'll be able to get this one resolved. It's going to be something like this, I reckon. God. It's got to be that.
Right, let's park it in.
The writ allows the agents to demand instant payment or seize goods to the same value if the debtor can't pay.
Thank you, lovely.
Miss Erica Kuna?
Yes.
We're High Court enforcement officers. There's been a High Court writ taken out against you from MGH Property Services.
Yes.
Do you know this company?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so he used to be my previous landlord.
They've taken you to court and you owe a balance of £2,435.23, which needs to be paid today.
I don't have that money.
Right, is there any way of you getting that money today? It can be paid on a debit card over the phone if you know anybody can.
No, I don't.
help you.
I actually go in touch with PayPlan.
Okay.
To have all my creditors paid through them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the approach.
Right, have you got paperwork supporting all that sort of stuff so I can have a look at it?
I don't know how to clean the houses.
That's fine. That's no problem. Thank you very much.
Erica separated from her partner 6 years ago and moved to this flat with her 3 children. The debt dates back to 2009 and the home they shared before the split.
She was a previous landlord. You know, like when you move out, they went into paint, filling holes. There was a burn mark on the carpet, so they had to replace the carpet.
Erica was supposed to be paying the debt in instalments.
Yeah.
Because the agreement was to be £100 per month.
Well, to pay back?
Yes.
Did you default on that at all?
Yes, I did, because I became unemployed.
Right, okay.
So that was difficult. And I'm a single mother of 3, so that's a nightmare as well.
Right, okay.
But ignoring payments has made the debt escalate.
That's the original debt, £936.78. But because the debt was taken to court, this is what it came to, £2,435.23.
Court costs and enforcement fees means that the bill has tripled. Erica works part-time as a carer. After rent and bills, she has less than £100 per week to repay debts and feed her family.
It's not a very just system. It's not been created for people like me. It just pushes me down further and further, you know? I used to work for the money shop for a year and a half. I had to terminate that last year in August because it was becoming a financial burden as well. Childcare is so expensive, so it was difficult.
But Kevin and Brian need to get Erica to pay the outstanding amount today.
What I need to do is assess whether you have assets in this house.
I have to tell you.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm going to have a look around and make a judgment, okay?
When I see a debtor on benefits, I'll look at their situation, I'll look at what they've got around them, and I'll see if they are truly on having hardship. If I see that they've got luxury items that they don't really need, then I'll look at it differently.
With so little money coming in, Erica is racking up more debt.
I'm behind with my gas. I still have to pay them £50 on Monday, and then they already sent a reminder about that. So I always try to pay the priority debts. And this is what got me into the situation where I find myself today.
And this is only a small part of her total debt, which has now spiralled out of control. Brian can see from the breakdown of Erica's finances that she owes a staggering £45,000.
There's multiple other debts, student loan, which is quite high, telephones, solicitors. I've had a look. She's clearly having issues with debt. She's trying to get the right advice. But we need to now weigh up her circumstances and make a decision. She's got 3 children, single parent, brother's here to try and help out with her. So we'll have a look around and see what's going on.
There are no goods in the flat that would cover the debt, so the agents try another approach.
We need to get you back on track with this paying this.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to get this resolved.
Okay.
Can you get an initial payment today to set this back up onto a payment plan?
I only have £100 on the children's savings account, and I can show you that. And that was to last me until...
That's what you got? What are you thinking, yeah?
What are you saving for, if you don't mind me asking?
Yes, I have to pay for the school meals on a weekly basis for 2 of my children.
Okay. Right, okay, then what we'll do is we're going to set you back on the arrangement, okay?
The agents are reluctant to take her savings and decide to get her on a new payment plan.
We'll set £100 a month then.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
But I'll be happy to contribute today £50.
But that's your decision.
Yes, from that
I
moment.
don't want you to get yourself in further debt, okay?
No,
if you can afford that comfortably, then that's fine, I'll accept it. But if that's going to put you in any further debt...
No, it should be okay. So
Do you want to do that?
Yes, I'll do that.
That's fine, that's your decision.
We have to start somewhere. It's been dragging on for quite a while now.
Yeah.
I had to take it in the end because she kept offering it. But I didn't feel comfortable taking her children's money.
Fine, that's lovely, thank you. Let's hope they're all as pleasant as you today.
That's it. We're going. Shake my hand. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry at all.
Thank you very much.
When a debtor turns around to you and say, look, I got 50 quid in my bank and that's to feed my kids, but you can have it. Yeah. It just pulls at your heartstrings.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
I think it should have been. It should have.
She knows she's in trouble. She's got enforcement agents in her home, but yet she still wants to give it to us. And we thought, you know what, that's the kind of person we're dealing with.
We gave her every option not to pay it, if you like. We said to her, look, save it for your first instalment. But she could see she clearly wanted to start trying to sort it out.
I'm going to struggle to pay this, even though it's £100 a month. It'll be a struggle I have to take from somewhere that I don't have. But no one else is to blame apart from me, so it's okay. I just have to accept it.
Latest figures from the government show that over 3 million people in the UK now live on disability benefits. And further studies reveal that disabled people are twice as likely to live in poverty as the general population.
Colindale, North London. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are about to serve a writ on a husband and wife. Chenania and Adina Cohen owe more than £2,000 to a firm of solicitors.
Right, what's the name of the road?
We're looking for Belvedere Strand.
Upstairs, is it?
Hang on, so, downstairs.
There you go, lovely.
Hello. Hello, sorry to bother you. Looking for Chenania.
Oh, he's not in.
Are you Adina?
Yeah, come here.
OK, thank you very much.
Once the agents are in the house, the writ allows them to seize goods if Mr. and Mrs. Cohen can't pay.
I'll show you my ID first. My name's Kevin Stokes. It's in regards to a writ of control, a High Court writ that's been taken against you by a UN Chenania. Is it your husband or your partner?
We're sort of,
The Cohens have separated, but Mrs. Cohen is still named on the writ.
Maybe
I stayed overnight, but that's because he's not feeling well and he's just gone out now.
maybe he could shed some light on it to you. Do you want to give him a call and see if you can get to the bottom of it?
Your phone's here.
Hello?
What's your names?
Where are you? Are you far away from your house? Got High Court enforcement here.
Would you like me to speak to him?
Explain to him.
1 minute, one of the...
Maybe we can explain, yeah, it might be easier.
Hello, Chenania. Hello, sir. My name's Kevin Stokes. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Here in regards to a writ that's been taken out against you.
For what?
I'm guessing it's solicitors' fees, unpaid solicitors' fees.
No, we paid it through my income support.
OK, there's an outstanding balance, sir, of £2,093.58.
I'm paying it through my income support.
OK, you must have missed a payment, sir. We wouldn't be here if you was keeping up them payments.
When was this done as well? I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know...
This was done...
People are. I don't know what it is.
OK.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
OK.
Nice to meet you. My name's Brian, nice to meet you. This is Kevin. Thank you so much. We've been sent here today with a High Court writ for non-payment, but I understand you said you had some paperwork or you had an attachment of benefits or something, did you?
That's right.
OK, sir. Have you got that paperwork?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Before you do anything, let me warn you, I'm very sick, man.
Yeah.
I've got operation on my head. All right? So if you start any nonsense, you go out.
Mr. Cohen has had major surgery for a brain tumour. He had to give up his job and now relies completely on income support, housing and disability benefit. Nevertheless, he thinks he is paying off the outstanding debt from his benefits.
It's like I don't know nobody, no money.
Well, you do. So you can stand there all you want and you can make a claim that you don't owe it. This piece of paper says otherwise. This is from the High Court. This isn't the county court. This is from the High Court. So what I need to find out now is, can you pay this outstanding bill, sir?
What?
Can you pay the outstanding bill? You're not paying nothing, yeah?
I know nothing.
OK, fine.
This is a new debt to a lawyer he didn't think he owed.
So what is it you're paying out of your benefits that you said you was paying out your benefits?
Some other...
It's something else, yeah?
I didn't know it's this lawyer.
Ah, right, OK, I understand. No problem at all. So why is this lawyer saying that you owe him money?
Because he's an idiot.
OK.
Mr. Cohen claims he has already paid the fee he agreed with the lawyer. But the writ still stands, and the agents want to get payment today. They just have to work out how.
He hasn't got a great deal in the house, but my only thing is he doesn't want to pay this money. You know, so I'm thinking for the client, if we set him up an arrangement. But I do think you should pay an initial payment today.
Let's see if we can get that then, and then I'll speak. I'll find out the arrangement and I'll call the client to make sure, yeah?
You will have to pay something today. You will have to find some sort of payment today to get this started. So do you want to have a chat or do you want to see what you can get together? It's got to be something substantial, though. It can't be just 20 quid or something silly like that, you know. You need to make a dent in this payment. Yes?
Kevin asked Mr. Cohen to pay £100 towards the £2,000 that he owes.
If you don't do it, then what they'll do is they'll send us back here and then we'll be here to remove goods and it will put a sale charge on your amount, so your bill will go up a lot if we have to come back and remove goods.
Before 5 o'clock, I should call.
Thank you very much. No problem, sir. OK? I'll speak to you soon, OK?
Yeah.
OK, Miss Cohen.
Brian and Kevin have signed Mr. Cohen up to a payment plan. They are trusting him to make a telephone payment of £100 later that afternoon.
Be good, yeah? Bye-bye, bye-bye.
We're there to do a job and to enforce a writ, but at the same time, we have to take his vulnerability into account.
Mr. Cohen will have to find a way to make payments towards the debt out of his benefits.
It's very, very small money. It's without the community, which I have, the Jewish community, and I've got friends which from time to time help to pay some bills, you can't survive. You cannot survive. My life was very successful. I was working, earning good money, but it's not there anymore. So it's very difficult and it's very embarrassing.
But if he fails to pay up, Kevin and Brian will be back, and they might not be so sympathetic next time.
A report from homeless charity Shelter reveals that more than a quarter of renters have been refused accommodation simply because they were on housing benefit. In the survey, 67% of landlords say they prefer not to let to tenants receiving the subsidy.
Feltham, southwest London. Today, Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner have a High Court writ to evict a family from their home. The landlord wants the house back for his family and has been negotiating the tenant's departure for 9 months. But the tenant is still there.
What's this job supposed to be?
It's just a straightforward repossession. There's no money judgment, so I'm guessing it's a Section 21 end of tenancy.
All right.
It's a Ms again, so we're looking at another single mother.
The family are not in rent arrears, but they know the eviction is coming.
Hello.
Hello. We're from the High Court. We have an eviction order for this property. May we come in? Thank you very much.
Put on your shoes, guys. We're going. Put on your shoes.
You're Irene, are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. My name is Paul, and this is Steve.
How do you do?
Thank you. If I can explain the procedure to you, you have an hour to get personal belongings together, because you won't be allowed back in the property again. You understand the procedure?
I do understand,
That's okay. That's a copy of the order for you.
Okay.
And if you take that to the council, they should set in motion their procedures for actually giving you emergency housing. Now, you want to take the children, I mean, tell me what you need to do first. Are the children walking to school?
Yeah, he walks them to school. Yeah, I've made arrangements.
No, we don't want to be in your face here, so we're going to take the locks out because we're changing the locks as well.
Okay.
All right, so if we carry on with that, then we don't want to be on your back and in your way. Thank you very much.
Can't find the hole now for this.
Irene Namwabaya came to the UK from Uganda 15 years ago and has lived in the house for 4 years. A single mum of 3, she works full-time as a nurse. But Irene still struggles to make ends meet, claiming housing benefit and working tax credit.
Okay, I'll come and pick you up after school. Bye.
Since finding out she was going to be evicted, she's been searching for a new home. But being on benefits limits her options.
Landlords, if you're on housing benefit, they won't let you a property. But the minute you say, I'm in receipt of housing benefit, or I don't earn 30,000 or 30, whatever amount, they won't. It's a no-no for them.
Today's eviction means she and her 3 children are now homeless.
I've tried to make a life for myself and my children. I went to uni. I've got myself a job. I thought I'd settled here now. But now, look, I'm back to square one. I don't know where I'm going to stay for the night.
Families being evicted is devastating because she may have children in 2 different schools. And then if the council pick up the the challenge and say, OK, we'll rehouse you, they may rehouse them somewhere out of the borough. So then they have to change schools or travel from wherever they go to be in the same school. So it's never going to be easy.
If I can explain going forward, have you got the things that you need now? OK. I've spoken with the landlord. She would like the place cleared out by Friday. I'm sorry you're upset. I'll give you my I'll write my phone number on here. My sympathy is engaged by genuine need and genuine emotion, where people are caught in situations not of their making. But we're not trying to be nasty or anything like that. We're just trying to give the landlord the property back.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you waiting for now? Or are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
OK, that's fine. Super job.
Irene will have to clear out all of the family's furniture and possessions in the next few days. But the priority is finding somewhere to go now.
Take it easy. You don't have to go now. If you want to wait for a few minutes.
Paul needs Irene to get down to the council as soon as possible. Otherwise, she and the children could be on the streets tonight. Irene reveals to Paul that this is not the first time it has happened.
I've been here before. We were evicted. We had to go to live in Southall in one room with 3 children. I had to take 2 buses then. So I thought this time it was different. But I've only been here 4 years and then I have to go back again. I don't know where I'm going. My son is in year 6, my eldest. He's going to be doing his SATs. So all that disruption, I don't know how it's going to affect him. When I got this house in 2010, I thought maybe this is it. My kids are now told we're going to have a better life with them. I'm sorry, Angel.
No, that's OK. You know, I've got a great deal of sympathy with you because we normally go to houses and people are just ripping the system off.
So
right.
I'm not in any areas.
No.
It's not that I'm getting everything free.
No, I understand that.
I work long hours, all the overtime that I can get.
Yeah. Take your time, all right? I'll be outside. The difference between Irene and anybody else that we've dealt with in the last 6 months is that she's 100% genuine. She's done everything from what I can see to make the system work properly. Working, 4 kids, all well fed and looked after. Clean, tidy house. She's provided a good home for them.
Irene must now go to the council to ask for emergency accommodation.
But just make sure you've got that number when you give that to the council. They might only want to see it, that's all.
Yeah, and then they'll send you to some bed and breakfast somewhere.
We're not here to put the housing crisis to rights. We're here to carry out these evictions. That's all we're here to do. But the rest of it is bound to have an effect on us because we are human beings, and yes, the situation is insoluble.
A few weeks ago, High Court agents Brian and Kevin served Chenania Cohen and his wife with a writ for over £2,000 in unpaid lawyers' fees. Initially, Mr. Cohen refused to accept that he owed the debt.
I don't know nobody, no money.
Well, you do.
But finally, he agreed to pay £100 and follow a payment plan.
That's fine, no problem. I'm happy with that.
Mr. Cohen paid the £100, but no further instalments. So Brian is back.
Maybe reasons why he hasn't stuck to the arrangement. But he hasn't notified us. He has been trying to get hold of me with the office, so I thought I'd pop by and see what's going on.
If Mr. Cohen won't pay, then the writ means that goods can be seized to cover the debt.
Hello, Mr. Cohen, how are you? It's Brian. Thank you, sir. Nice, man, see? I wish all my clients were like that. Did you call the office?
20 times. Listen, they keep threatening me.
Don't worry about them, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with you now, in the right way. No problem.
The right way?
Yeah, man.
So if we're coming in as a couple...
No problem, no problem.
No scary?
No.
No, I'm taking stuff?
No.
No, all this?
I'll treat you the way you treat me.
No, listen.
Yeah?
Mr. Cohen wants to challenge the debt in court. But at the moment, the judgment still stands. So Brian needs to get him back on the payment plan.
How have you been?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The reason I've come back here
Yes.
is because I've seen you defaulted, and you did try and contact me.
I know, you don't answer the phone. I need the case number, the court place. Which court is it?
Yes.
The numbers, of the case.
I've got it all. I've got it all for you.
Okay. And I need to pass it to the lawyer.
Here's the High Court writ, okay? These are the numbers for your solicitor.
Okay, wonderful.
Are you claiming any benefits at the moment?
Of course,
What?
I'm on disabilities.
Which one?
And I'm on income support. And I get housing.
Housing, yeah.
Yeah, some of it, not all of it, obviously.
Part, yeah. And you say that you had a brain tumour, yeah?
I had.
And when did that occur? How long ago was that?
9 years ago.
And how have you found life since then?
Terrible. I keep forgetting. I become a little bit aggressive, a little bit impatient. Things,
yeah.
you know, these things which people see you, they think you're normal. You are normal, but you're not normal, you know? You know, I'm an aggressive person because I got issues, yeah?
We've all got issues.
Yeah. No.
But what we need to do, because the formalities and the arrangement has been set, I need to try and put you back on that until you deal with this.
Okay.
Yeah? And I'm happy to do that for you still.
Thank you.
Okay? I'm not here to be difficult. I'm here to treat you the same way you treat me.
I know you.
Yeah?
I know your job,
Yeah?
and I know sometimes you need to.
It's
Listen,
fine.
I'm an ex-soldier, so I know the procedures.
Brian thinks he has a deal.
Yes.
I'm happy.
Thank you very much.
Any
for
problems,
coming.
please call me.
Lovely.
Okay?
No problem. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Now you're happy.
When do you want to do the first payment again?
Yeah.
When do you want to do that one? £100 again? 'Cause it was
What
like that-
for? I'm not paying no more.
No, you've got to listen to what I'm saying. We've got to set it. We've got to set the arrangement.
Yes.
Yeah. Until you set it aside.
Okay.
Are you with me? As it stands, the writ is still live.
Yes.
It's still ongoing. But in the meantime,
Yes.
get that down to your solicitor
Yes.
and sort it out.
No problem.
Hopefully, I don't come back here and see you again.
No, you won't.
Unless we're having a drink.
We won't. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, God bless
Cheers.
you.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Because he's so vulnerable, I wouldn't take control of his goods. That's what the law states. You have to take people's vulnerability into consideration, and I clearly have and will with Mr. Cohen. He's just trying to live every day as it comes, to be quite honest. But he's always got that big smile on his face, which you can't deter, and you can't put him down, and I admire it.
What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't
You think you can tear my family apart?
or won't pay it back.
I can't pay it. I can't pay it.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits,
Get back up! Get out of here! Somebody's gonna get hurt.
dealing with desperate debtors
I haven't got £3,000.
in dramatic situations.
Please open the door.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
I've got kids. This is really ridiculous. Okay, calm down.
and their possessions.
That's fine, because I just list everything and we'll take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay,
It's unsafe!
they'll take it away. Nearly 2/3 of small business owners say they get hit with unexpected costs during their first year of operation. Last year, 270,000 businesses faced financial challenges. A key reason was the number of costly county court judgments filed against them. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles each week, collecting debts and seizing goods. Today they're in Nottingham to collect almost £8,000 owed by a car dealership, MMC, to a customer dissatisfied with a car they were sold.
You've got pretty good luck with car dealerships.
Yes, we always end up either getting them paid in full or having to remove. And it says it's here on the right. Oh, under new management. Look like pretty tasty cars though. Nice little dealership.
Oh, nice.
The agent's High Court powers mean that if they don't receive payment today, they can remove the company's vehicle stock to cover the debt.
Hi mate, you alright? Is the owner about? We're looking for MMC. Exactly, yeah, who is the owner? I'm asking you, sir. Is the owner about, or is that yourself?
No, I'm
No?
not.
Okay. He's delightfully helpful.
After sales service.
I said that we're after MMC.
And the new manager, we are, pal.
The dealership may be under new management, but as it's MMC named on the writ, Stuart and Vic must try and resolve the case today.
All right.
Yeah, we're High Court enforcement agents, sir. We've been sent to collect an outstanding balance for a company called MMC, which is the building that we're in at the moment.
MMC, not we took over, like I said, under new management.
Right. When did you take over?
June.
June. Right. Okay. Have you got any? Sorry. Who are you, sir?
I'm the new proprietor.
Right. Okay. And your name is, sir?
Thomas Jones.
Thomas Jones. Right. Okay.
I've had the previous in here before. I've given the same information, and they've left it as that.
Yeah, but that's a High Court writ.
Not to do with the last company that was here beforehand.
Okay, but it's against the company name.
Not this company. I've not been here when that car's gone through it.
Right. The writ is in the name of just MMC, so we're going to do something.
Whether they've made a mistake on it, it's not. It was MMC, not
as I said, sir.
Where the confusion's got, but it's nothing to do with me.
Mr. Jones claims he took over the dealership 8 months ago in June. He says the business used to be called MMC Nottingham, and that it was that company that sold the car, which led to the dispute with the claimant. But without proof that it was MMC Nottingham and not MMC, Stuart must enforce the writ.
This writ that we've got here is MMC.
Yeah.
Okay. MMC, MMC, MMC on the roof.
Okay.
Okay, and it says here you are now to seize in the execution of goods and chattels. The best thing about a car dealership is it's usually many assets, vehicles that are free of finance that are sat on the forecourt. So we've got a great pressure point because the last thing that they want is for us to turn up with a recovery vehicle and start removing vehicles.
You can't take my cars when I don't owe the debt.
It is in the name, you see, unfortunately, MMC.
So what you're saying is, just because I've got a similar name, you can come and just take my
It's
car.
not a similar name, it's exactly the same name.
Suddenly, Mr. Jones's colleague William arrives. He also sells cars on the lot.
Legally, obviously, it's got MMC in the sign. I can see where you're coming from.
But you need to understand, sir, this writ isn't against somebody personal, it's against MMC.
He's not
MMC?
liable for anything MMC ever did before.
So what,
He's Thomas
MMC
Jones.
is
He's
an
liable
active
for Thomas
company.
Jones. I think if you actually ring your office and find out the name on the account, you'll find that
It's
it's
nothing to do with
MMC
that, sir.
Nottingham.
It's in the
if you
name of the
actually
High
see the
Court.
invoice, because they'll have the invoice in the paper, it'll be MMC Nottingham. Waste your time.
At the moment, okay.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
You're not interested.
Right.
Right. So why should I listen to you?
Exactly right.
William is adamant that the car which led to the dispute was bought from the previous owners of the dealership and prior to Mr. Jones taking over 8 months ago in June. But the agents still haven't seen any proof.
What else have you got?
I'm going to get my business rates and obviously my account's like.
And that's in your name?
Same thing, in my name, starting
Go
from
get
June at
that.
the same time. I'll go to Mansfield and get it maybe. That's all.
If
That's
you give it to
make
Mansfield, he's got to go 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I understand you're not allowed to believe anyone. But you know when we've just moved in, you
Yeah.
see under new management, it's a bit of a...
Yeah.
It's not nice for us, is it?
Vic calls the office to see if the claim that the car was bought before Mr. Jones took over is true.
He reckons the car was sold before June. We got any information from the claimant. If it was done before June, then we know a bit more. Cheers, bye. Hello.
Moments later, the office call back.
Right. October. All right. Give it with me. Thank you.
It seems that the car was sold to the claimant 4 months after the dealership was taken over by Mr. Jones. But William still wants to stop the enforcement action.
I know what you said.
Yeah.
Mate, I get where you're coming from.
So the car was bought in October.
Yeah. The problem
which
you got
when
is
the business took over in June. Okay.
It doesn't matter to
that's
you
fine.
guys.
I'll be ringing transport. That's fine. That's all we need to know.
The agents believe that they have finally got to the truth. They now have enough proof that the current owners are responsible for the debt. They can start to seize assets.
This is a favour. Is it okay if you take that, the Jaguar? We've sold other ones.
We'll take whatever we think's of value. So that's what we're doing now. 14 grand. Yeah, that'll do. I've got a good feeling that this will probably cover it. I mean, the window price is irrelevant. You get about maybe 8 grand for this at auction. So that'll cover the debt.
Inside the office, Mr. Jones's colleague William is still arguing with Vic.
You're not listening to me. This is stealing.
You're not listening to me.
When we prove our point then, mate, this is theft.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I might ring the police. That's theft.
Please do. But do what you have to do, mate.
Get the detail, get all the stuff, get them gone. Vic, start grabbing keys, get them gone. Move them.
That, you know what that is, don't you?
What?
Moving the cars.
Oh, sign a guilt?
No,
mate.
No, I didn't say anything. Are you going to move the cars? That's what you're saying.
Go on, if you want to be awkward with us, I'll be awkward with you.
I'm not awkward. I'm not awkward.
The firm's assets start to disappear from the forecourt. Quickly, Stuart takes steps to ensure the high-performance Nissan he has seized can't go anywhere.
Get my best friend out the clamp.
But William is also heading for the Nissan. Stuart has just seconds to get the clamp in place.
This is interesting.
That's my personal car.
Yeah.
That's my personal car.
Yeah. Well, you've done criminal damage now, sir. Yeah. It's been seized, sir.
This simple debt collection is getting out of control. Will Stuart and Vic be able to get the payment they came for, or secure enough assets before they all disappear?
Now, the most worrying thing is my hand could have been under that wheel. Is the owner about?
High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Nottingham, chasing £8,000 owed by a car dealership to a dissatisfied customer.
I've had bailiffs in here before. They've left it as that.
Yeah, but that's a High Court writ.
The new owner, Mr. Jones, argued that the debt was incurred by the previous owners of the business.
You can't take my cars when I don't owe the debt.
But the agents discovered that the car in dispute was sold after Mr. Jones had taken over.
It doesn't matter to
That's
you
fine.
guys.
I'll be ringing transport. That's fine. That's all we need to know.
This is stealing.
You're not listening to me.
When we prove our point then, mate, this is theft.
As Stuart began to seize vehicles, Mr. Jones's colleague, William, took matters into his own hands.
That's my personal car.
Yeah.
That's my personal car.
Yeah. Well, you've done criminal damage now, sir. It's been seized, sir.
Now, with tempers rising, Stuart calls the police.
Thank you very much for your help. Bye-bye. The police are on their way. It's outrageous. Never had that happen before. But at the end of the day, it's completely out of order. You knew the clamp was on it because the car stopped, yet he still revved to try and break the clamp. So he knew exactly the clamp was on it. So at the end of the day, it's criminal damage at the very least.
While they wait for the police to arrive, cars continue to disappear from the forecourt.
He's only moving that one because we sold it. The rest of them you can take.
Yeah, they're all disappearing now, aren't they?
No, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. When we see assets being removed from under our nose, it makes us think we're getting pretty close here to get a payment. We're touching a nerve, and they don't like it.
You from around here?
No. What do you mean good?
Horrible person.
Horrible person?
He said, can you please just take one vehicle? It saves a lot of kerfuffle. You'll get your money.
You're still speaking to me,
you'll
sir.
Get your money.
You're still
And that was all it was. That was all I was trying to be. But it actually was like, I'm calling transport. I'm off.
Because that's what we do, sir.
And I just, okay,
That's what we do.
You keep being funny with me, mate.
I'm not being funny at all, sir. You've just tried to create criminal damage, sir.
I didn't actually
I'm
realise
not,
you
sir.
were
I'm not interested.
I apologise
Okay.
about that, and I would never have done that. I swear on my life, I'd never
okay.
have done that. I didn't see. I seen you. I thought you were taking pictures. I seen you taking a picture of that
With
and I
yellow
thought you
clamp
was
in my
that.
hand.
I did not
Okay.
see it, mate.
No,
I was in a
that's
rush. I did
That's
not
fine.
see it.
No.
I apologise.
Of course you're in a rush, sir, because we're about to remove a vehicle.
It's my car.
Yeah.
It's my car. It's got my
Yeah.
personal CD in it. I'm
Yeah.
not driving
That's
home.
fine.
You can take my car for tonight. I'm not really bothered. But
Okay, good.
You know, I only live around the corner. I can
Good.
walk home tonight. But
Good. That's
taking
all right.
my car to auction. Fucking hell, mate. How would you feel?
The problem with this job is you've got to know what to do and what to push. And obviously everyone's got a breaking point, and it's going through the rigmarole of finding out where somebody's breaking point is. And his breaking point was us putting the notices on the cars and putting a clamp on a car. We do this to try and make them clear to them that we're not here to mess about, we're here to collect payments. It's as simple as that. If you don't make payments, your goods are going to get taken.
Minutes later, the police arrive.
Hello there, officers. We've seized this vehicle with regards to payments on a High Court writ, and as I've put the clamp on, he's tried to drive off. He's snapped my clamp, and that's where the clamp was as he's tried to drive over.
Where's he now?
He's in the office at the moment, gentleman with a beard.
We have an allegation of criminal damage, which is the main thing we have to deal with. There's two ways we can do that. We can initiate a full criminal investigation against you, or you can sign a form and pay them 25 quid and it's done. So which is it going to be? No, so 25 quid. Right.
Do you have that available now?
As the police leave, Mr. Jones finally returns to the office with his paperwork.
Rang up on the way, they sent out an email for me, just to show when I was sort of occupying from
Mr. TJ.
1st to the 6th.
But since it's happened is, we spoke to our office, we spoke to the claimant.
Okay.
The car was sold in October.
Okay.
Do you understand how it looks now that...
Yeah.
Having been caught out, Mr. Jones needs to make a payment now, or the car will be removed.
We are here for the full balance, but, you know, we're trying to work with
we
you.
ain't got 8,000. You know what I mean? 8,000 is a lot of money on one day to pay.
The agents have now been on the premises for almost 2 hours. To break the stalemate, Vic offers Mr. Jones a lifeline.
I'm going to suggest 4,000. Balance cleared in 30 days. Yeah. It's up to the claimant if they're going to accept it or not.
With a deal suggested, Stuart phones the office for approval.
Hi Ed, we're on this MMC case. They've offered 50% now and then 50% in 30 days. If we do take the car, mate, it's going to be a nightmare with regards to taking it and then storing it. I'd rather just have the cash. Yeah, well, I'll put it down as 14 days. Yeah, okay, no problem. Cheers, Ed. Yeah, the client's happy with that, but it needs to be clear in 14 days.
To make sure Mr. Jones sticks to his word, the seized Nissan will be put on a controlled goods agreement, giving him 2 weeks to pay the balance or argue his case in the court. If he fails to do either, the agents will be back.
Right, see you later. Leave it as that. All right, just make sure you get it sorted.
We'll try it, mate. We'll try it.
It's exciting one, that one, Vic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
According to a recent survey, 1 in 8 couples over the age of 40 are hiding an average of £8,000 in debt from their partner. Almost a quarter of married couples admit their other half would be alarmed if they knew the true state of their finances. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are on the early morning ferry to the Isle of Wight to collect a debt of £3,700.
Delroy, what we got now, pal?
We're going to see a Mr. Looks like.
You need glasses under you.
Need a bit of light, mate. Darren Baker.
The defendant, Darren Baker, owes the money for unpaid estate agency fees.
Here it is. Right.
What not, Sherlock?
Nothing on my eyesight, mate.
Yeah.
Where's the folder?
There's nothing wrong with your eyes, yeah? Nice for you, Del?
Yeah.
If Mr. Baker can't or won't pay today, the agents will have to remove goods to offset the debt.
Might have missed them.
No, they're just in bed, mate.
There we go. Hello. Good morning. My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy from the High Court. I'm looking for Mr. Darren Baker.
Yeah.
Darren Baker? Have you got a light? Can you put a light on? Darren Baker.
Yes.
Does he live here?
Yeah, but...
Does Darren Baker live here, madam?
Yeah.
He
Why?
does? Okay. Is he here?
Not here today.
He's not here today?
Yeah, but all here.
Pardon me? My name is Brian. I'm here with the High Court writ. I need to speak to Darren. Can you get him on the telephone, please? Anyone else here? Living here?
No, just me and my husband.
Is Darren your husband?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay.
But he didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Just a second.
No problem. No problem. Take your time. She's on the phone.
Mr. Baker's wife, Nessie, calls her husband at work.
Okay, he won't talk to you.
Yeah, shall I come up? Yes, good morning to you. Now, we're High Court enforcement agents. We're here at your property this morning with a High Court writ. No, sir. No, I don't need your permission. We're in your property. If you don't want to pay it, sir, really, we know nothing about it. That's fine. We just remove goods from your house to cover the debt. So it's clearly up to you. I'd rather resolve in a different way with you, but if you're making your intentions known now that you're not intending to pay, then we'll have to remove goods from the house. Any chance of you coming home to resolve it, or do you want to pay it over the phone? Your card's that way. Do you want? Do you want to pay it, sir, or not? Well, sir, what you do is you get permission from your boss, your supervisor. You walk to the other end of the building and you get your card. You can't. Well,
Still.
what are you
He
doing?
didn't do anything wrong.
Don't worry, we'll carry on. All
That's
right.
fine.
I think the wife's just defending him. Just go through the motions and we'll crack on. It's entirely up to them. It's in their hands now how it's resolved.
That's fine. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
He didn't do anything wrong. Why should you do?
Okay.
Well, is that right?
The agents have the right to stay in the house until the case is resolved.
Leave me alone. Get your hands off me.
But Nessie has other ideas.
I said, go
Yeah, well, I ain't moving.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Sit outside.
You said outside.
First you come.
Yeah?
If you do that again,
you know
I'll
what? You're
restrain
going to
you.
get arrested. So you carry on, you'll get arrested.
Please don't do that.
I'm not moving.
We call the police, yeah? I'll call the police.
I don't want to be attacked again. That's the second time you've attacked me. Don't let there be a third.
I didn't attack. I
Yes,
said,
you did.
Leave.
I'm not
don't do that.
leaving. How are you going to push me out?
Because you are too busty and aggressive.
Oh, I'm too busty and aggressive.
Please.
Debtors or people that live in their properties, when faced with us in their property, are scared. And they feel that they can ask anybody to leave because it's their property. But when we've entered peacefully and lawfully, no, that's not happening. We shall remain and complete the job.
Police emergency.
While Brian calls the police,
I'm here with a High Court writ for Mr. Darren Baker. Could you send the police here for a breach of the peace, please?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Dell tries to reason with Nessie.
He didn't do anything wrong.
Is that right? How do you know? How do you know?
He's the most honest person in the world. We're gonna fight.
Yeah, but who are you going to fight?
He can prove.
Yeah, but you can prove what? That he owes this money.
No.
He said he owes this money.
No, he paid.
He hasn't paid.
The agents have been at the house for 20 minutes, but there's still no sign of Mr. Baker.
You need to get your husband back on the phone.
Okay, I'll phone him again.
Go and phone him and tell him he's got to pay this money.
Can I?
No, I need to be able to leave if I feel threatened.
I'll never do that again.
You're not going to do that again? You promise?
Yes,
Okay.
Minutes later, Mr. Baker calls his wife back.
Is he coming? How long? Okay. He's making his way home.
Yeah, no worries, that's good. I'm glad. It saves you having to deal with it.
Is anybody else in the house? Just the cats. Okay, good.
Hello?
The police arrive to deal with the breach of the peace.
Because you pushed him earlier,
Yeah.
okay, that's an assault.
Gonna be in police record.
There's no police record. It's a local record. It'll be fine.
We'll sort it out.
Nessie now seems to accept the situation.
Oh, you're sorry now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I said sorry.
I know you said sorry.
You want to
So-
argue with me?
No, it's okay. I don't want your husband to come and see this. we think, yeah, it'd be very awkward. It's all right, I forgive you. I forgive you, it's no problem.
We don't often receive apologies or heartfelt ones, but on the odd occasion we do, and it's quite nice for somebody to recognise that they messed up. I appreciate it. You know, it goes a long way for me.
20 minutes later, Mr. Baker arrives home.
Morning.
Hello there.
Mr. Baker, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I'm the High Court enforcement agent. The police are inside the premises, and my colleagues inside the premises.
Right.
We've got a High Court writ.
Dell secures the keys to Mr. Baker's motorcycle. If no offer of payment is made, it'll be seized to help pay off the £3,700 debt.
You've got the keys? Got the keys? Yeah. Nice.
On those my house keys. Son.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'll sort that out with you shortly, because your house is open, we're here, so don't worry about that.
Darren, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just, you know.
I understand. The problem we've got, Darren, is it's gone to the county court, okay? A judgment was made against you.
Right.
And they've upgraded it to the High Court. Yeah? We are instructed and commanded by the High Court to seize any of your assets if you can't pay it. That's where we're at.
So there's no way of doing any type of deals with payments?
It's gone to the High Court. It's gone beyond that now.
Because if there's anything going to be start taking, like...
We don't want to do that. Let's get that out of our heads.
Yeah.
Let's not even think about that.
Right.
Because we're not about that.
Right.
But we need to get it paid.
Right.
Yeah? Okay. If you guys want to have a chat, or if you want to have a think, take a little time, have a cup of tea or whatever, no problem at all.
Right.
All right? We'll wait. Okay? It's a bit of a shock, isn't it? Yeah?
Just
a bit, yeah.
You know.
All right? They're not bad people. I think they reacted to us in a way which isn't uncommon. No, I'd like to make that clear. You know, it's not uncommon. We have a lot worse than that. A lot worse. But we dealt with it. He's back here, and hopefully now we'll resolve payment.
Right.
Brian?
My wife's going to pay by card.
Right, let me get the card machine, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy days, full payment on card. Go and get me card machine.
After originally claiming her husband owed nothing, Nessie is now paying his debt in full.
363970. Thank you. Nessie, shake my hand. Nice to meet you.
Yep, sorry about this.
Don't be sorry, it's fine.
Yeah.
I've had a lot worse. No worries, thanks, guys. Well done, Del. Good result there, mate. Isn't it nice that they accepted what they did and they apologised, you know? We got it paid, it's done. I'm glad we came over. We will go anywhere to, you know, get a result. So, yeah, it's done. I'm hungry now.
Yeah.
Should we get some breakfast?
I was thinking that, yeah.
Your turn to Brian.
Absolutely.
Brian and Dell got a result in an emotionally charged situation. But in Stuart and Ian's next case,
I'm saying to you, that is not my vehicle. That's not Shabina's vehicle.
they meet a debtor who won't face up to the truth.
Are you Sabina?
No,
You are, aren't you?
I'm not.
The number of county court judgments, or CCJs, issued against consumers has risen by nearly 40% in the last 3 years. Their total value has now reached £1.5 billion. High Court enforcement agent Stuart McCracken and trainee Ian Taylor are in Lancashire to collect a debt of nearly £2,000 owing to a financial agency.
Right, enlighten me, Ian.
It's for £1,904.53.
The debtor, Shabina, owes money to the agency, who've been chasing a compensation claim on her behalf.
Oh.
Well, looks more promising than most of the other houses in the road.
Does, doesn't it? Right, come on then. Let's go and introduce ourselves.
Go make some new friends.
Ian, get a photo of this car, mate, please.
Stuart immediately spots assets on the driveway that could be seized if Shabina can't or won't pay the debt today.
Good morning, good afternoon even. We're High Court enforcement agents. Yeah. Okay, we've been sent to execute a High Court writ. We need to speak to Sabina about it.
Well, she's not in at the moment.
Right, are you able to get her on the phone, please? Do HPI on that, mate, and we'll get it immobilised.
While they wait, Ian does a vehicle check. If the cars are free of finance and belong to Shabina, they could be seized even in her absence.
07 plate might cover the balance, but unfortunately we can't take the newer one here because it's a mobility car.
Hello.
She's not picking up.
Right, okay.
Right.
So you need to keep on trying, because like I said, we are here to remove goods, including the vehicle that's on the driveway.
That's not mine.
Okay.
That's not my vehicle, that's somebody else's vehicle.
Okay. I take it you're not Sabina?
No.
No, okay. Well, you need to try and get her on the phone, because like I said, we will be removing the vehicle.
Well, that's not our vehicle.
Right.
How can you move it? That's not ours.
Right, okay. It's not Sabina's?
No.
No, have you got any documentation for it? Yeah, brilliant.
What are you collecting for, though, anyway?
Sorry?
What is it for?
We'd need to speak to Sabina about it.
But what is it about?
We'd need to speak to Sabina about it. I reckon that's her.
Bravo.
Just tell by the way that she's coming across. It's not our car. It's not ours. It doesn't belong to us. Why us? Why not them?
The Peugeot comes back as clear of finance.
950 quid. Right.
That'll do.
As it's on the debtor's property, they can seize it unless they're shown proof it's not Shabina's.
U307 are being seized.
Seeing Ian seize the car, the woman comes straight back out.
Hello there.
She's at work, whose car it is.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
She's at work. She doesn't have the... I don't know where the logbook or anything
Right.
is.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So you can't take that vehicle.
We can do. That's what we're doing now.
Well, it's not even my
Right.
vehicle. How can you take it?
Right, well, we need to see some documentation. You're Sabina, aren't you?
No, I'm not Shabina.
You are. Well, we need to get her on the phone. You need to try and speak to her, because we will be removing this vehicle.
Well, just leave me some paper, but who can I
I
contact?
will do,
Yeah.
once we actually speak to her, okay? Or she makes a payment.
How much payment?
Well, I can't tell you, because you said that you're not
tell me,
Sabina.
'cause-
How can I tell you if you're not the person I'm after? I suppose I find it quite amusing in a way that people try and lie to the certain extent that they think that we believe it. But maybe that's why they're in this situation, and that's the reason why we're at the doorstep, because they think they get away with it.
I'm saying to you, that is not my vehicle, and that's not Shabina's vehicle.
Yeah.
So why are you removing it?
Are you Sabina?
No,
You are, aren't you?
I'm not. Why?
Have you got any ID for yourself?
No,
Are you Sabina?
no, I'm not Shabina.
No.
No.
Well, I'll show you my ID. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Yeah, but I'm
I'm
not,
instructed
so
by the
I'm not.
highest court in the land to execute a High Court writ of control. Again, I've asked to see some ID for yourself. So you don't have any ID on you?
No.
No debit cards? No passport? No driver's licence even? No, you've got nothing? No
If you
letters,
leave that,
nothing?
then I
Well,
can
no.
speak to her.
I'm not leaving anything at the moment, because we're here to execute a writ. So
If
I'll be
that
removing
is
the
not-
vehicle.
The woman is adamant she's not the debtor, Shabina. Another family member steps in.
That's my
Well-
sister's property.
Well, what'll happen is
If
it'll get
I can
removed.
if I can show you something to say that it's not hers, and
We need
it's
to see
Halima's, I can ring her now and
Yeah.
try and get her to send me something because she just recently bought it. I think she'd be a bit upset if you took that. So,
Well, it's stored for 7 days anyway.
well,
so
if I could show you something to
No,
say
but
that
then I'm
it's...
not going to pay. She's not going to pay storage charges, is she?
she will be. Yeah, we need some proof.
Right, can you just...
I've got believable, reasonable doubt that I'm speaking to the defendant. If you don't want to confirm your identity, that's fine. But we need to get this sorted one way or another. Okay, we're simply here to collect a balance. That's all we're here to do. Okay.
But then the woman lets her guard down and accidentally reveals her identity.
I've spoken to them, said to them I will pay in instalments.
Okay, but at the moment they've declined that. You see, we're here to collect a balance of £1,904. So unless that is collected, we will be removing the goods, I'm afraid. So I'll give you half an hour to see what you can do, and then we'll arrange recovery. See, told you it was her. People think I've got mug written on my bloody forehead.
With Shabina finally admitting debt, Stuart needs to get the case resolved. Shabina hasn't shown any proof that the car doesn't belong to her, so if no payment is made soon, it'll be removed.
Hello there. Where are we up to with regards to payments?
I can't make that full of payment
Right,
today.
right.
What will you accept, and then I will set up a payment plan.
It needs to be paid in full.
I'll pay you something, but don't take that vehicle away. My daughter will kill me.
Right, so how much can you pay then?
How much do you want me to pay?
Well, it needs to be at least 50% of the balance.
50%.
Yeah, so it needs to be a
£500.
Well, no, the 50% of the balance is £1,904, so it'll be £1,000.
The maximum I can pay you is about £200.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be enough. Ian, can you call recovery, mate, please? If we do call recovery, it goes up to £2,534.
No, don't call recovery. If she provides you with a receipt or something, if she tells you it's her vehicle, then what?
Then after that, we'll have to take control of goods inside the property.
I haven't got anything in the property. What do you want to take?
I don't know. I haven't got that far yet, and hopefully I won't. We need to try and raise some funds.
Well, I haven't got any money. What I'm saying is, I can pay you £200 and then make an arrangement.
No, it's not going to be enough, I'm afraid.
But then I'll pay you regularly every week.
It's not going to be enough. You got 15 minutes to see what you can do, and then we'll take our action from there. Waiting game, Ian. Hopefully she'll come back out now, Ian, and say, Stuart, sorry for messing you about. Here's my debit card. I just wanted to see how far we could push you. Do you take Visa debit? And I'll be like, yes, we do.
After 10 minutes, Shabina reappears.
Hello there.
Right, don't call the recovery because I'm not paying for him.
Right.
Someone's coming.
Right, someone's coming now?
Yeah.
Right, with £1,904?
No, 1,000, you said 50% at least.
It's right. Okay.
Minutes later, a friend arrives with the cash.
Hello there. I believe you're the knight in shining armour.
What, friends of Flora?
Yeah. Is it 1,000 there,
That's
is it?
1,000.
Okay. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Spot on. I'll do your receipt now.
With the car under a controlled goods agreement, Shabina now has 30 days to try and pay the remainder of the debt or set up a payment plan. If she doesn't, the agents will be back.
Any issues, give me a ring, all right? Take it easy anyway. All right, see you later. I don't think it's a bad result, to be completely honest with you. It shows intent at the very least. I just wish you wouldn't lie to us. Some people do their best to try and hide their identity from High Court enforcement agents because they're scared of the consequences. But if you're just straight with us, we'll be straight with you. It's as simple as that.
Recent research reveals that UK business growth has fallen to its lowest levels for 3 years. Nearly 1 in 5 businesses show signs of distress, with decreased sales and profits being the main causes. Isleworth, Greater London. Father and son team Delroy and Dale Anglin are on their way to collect a debt of almost £3,500.
All right, Dale, what have we got?
Mr. Jonathan Penn, and we are looking for £3,335.79.
The debtor, Jonathan Penn, is the owner of a company called Sourcing Group Limited.
Let's have a look at the company, see if we can find anything.
As the agents don't know anything about the company, Dale does some research.
I mean, this day and age, before we go to any job, I try and do a little search on the internet quick. You can build up a whole background on a defendant before you've even got to him.
The Sourcing Group Limited. Could be anything, couldn't it?
But his name on here is Sir Jonathan Penn.
Sir?
Instead of Jonathan Penn. Let's have a little search on Sir Jonathan Penn.
All right, we get anywhere. Oh, that's nice. Opens automatically on approach.
As yeah, he's got enough companies. He's had 154 directorships.
Stop it.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time High Court enforcement agents have tried to recover the debt.
The one up here, the corner one with a padlock on it.
But this is Del and Dale's first visit, and this job is going to be anything but straightforward. No one seems to be in. A neighbour has informed them that Mr. Penn has gone out in his smart car.
We've gleaned some information that the debtor we're looking for is due back at some point, quite soon. If he turns up in that smart car and he unlocks the gates, I'm going to wait for him to actually physically start driving towards it and get in there behind him.
Mr. Penn's car may be an asset the agents can seize, but there could be a problem.
The neighbour's seen him put what he considers to be false number plates on. Just block it in, right, and then we can do our inquiries when we're in there.
Driving on a public highway with a number plate not registered to your vehicle is an offence.
My view simply is we're not police, we're here to do a specific job, but we can report, or we're under an obligation to report our findings to the police as intelligence if they have any use for it. We'll always take him out for a while. Yeah.
Dell and Dale wait for Mr. Penn to return.
He's worth devoting a bit of time to, because if we can get him, it's not that it's the fact that
He won't necessarily pay, but...
Well, I just tend to be positive. I like to think positive.
I'm just being a realist. I can't see it happening. He's going to see us when he unlocks the padlock.
Then fine, we deal with that. What you need to do is get out quickly, and I'll just drive the van up. The important thing is to get on his premises. Once we're on his premises, we're all powerful, aren't we?
I mean, being patient in this game and sometimes just waiting out and sitting at someone's house, it can be a bit boring, but it'll save you having to reattend someone's house 2 or 3 times if it means you can get it resolved there and then, which is ultimately what everyone wants, us and the client.
After 20 minutes, it looks like their wait might be over.
There he is, there he is, there he is, there he is.
He's seen nothing.
Look down, look down, look down.
As Mr. Penn has evaded enforcement action twice already, will Dale and Dell be able to get the £3,500 they came for? Father and son team Delroy and Dale Anglin were in Isleworth, Greater London, to collect £3,300 from a businessman, Jonathan Penn.
Let's have a look at the company, see if we can find anything.
Dale discovered that Mr. Penn wasn't the only name the debtor used.
His name on here is Sir Jonathan Penn.
Sir?
But Mr. Penn wasn't at home. After a neighbour told them he was due to return shortly, the agents decided to wait for him.
He's worth devoting a bit of time to. The important thing is to get on his premises. Once we're on his premises, we're all powerful, aren't we?
Now Mr. Penn has arrived back.
There he is, there he is, there he is, there he is.
He's seen nothing.
Look down, look down, look down.
But instead of turning into his driveway, the defendant drives straight past his house.
Oh, he's driven.
Yeah, because he's seen us already.
Yeah.
But it don't matter.
Don't react to him. He's clever, because what that is anti-surveillance. He lives there. He does a quick drive around the block to see what vehicles are fresh. He might drive straight back out. Just don't give him no eyeball.
He probably thinks he's swerved us.
But then a man is seen approaching the property.
Yeah.
That's him.
He's not going to the house. He's going to go to the house.
Just be positive.
Come, let's go.
Go on. Go on. Get over there. Over there, Dal.
Hello? Mr. Jonathan Penn?
Yes.
My name's Dale Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Okay.
I've got a High Court writ against yourself.
Okay.
It's in the sum of £3,335.79p. Are you able to clear that balance today?
I'm probably by the end of today, yeah, if you could give me till the end of today.
Can you try and make some calls now, see if we can get sorted? And...
Well, I can't do it straight away, I'm afraid.
Right.
Well, I just can't, but I mean, I can do it. I can do it by, certainly the end of the week, by tomorrow.
Can't we do it today, sir? If you can do it tomorrow, you can do it today.
Well, I can't.
Boys, we've been here twice already and left a couple of letters and you haven't called us back. Yeah.
I've had absolutely no letters from you.
Right.
Can you give me until tomorrow, then?
So we can give you time now.
If you want to make some calls.
To go and have a cup of tea if you want, chill out and make a few calls. And then we can be out of your hair. We've paid us some out, we're gone.
Well, I don't think I can, to be honest.
I don't want to waste your time, sir. I don't want to waste ours. Do you know what I mean?
Doing a job, so...
If you could do what you can, sir, because I just want to go, do what we've got to do and leave. Don't want to... Right.
I think his age goes in his favour. He gets a bit shaky, doesn't he?
Well, he's very shaky, but...
Yeah, but he doesn't like getting caught, obviously.
Well, the thing is, we haven't alerted him to the fact we know where that car yet. The car's our ace in the hole at the moment.
Well, depending on the number plate that's on it.
Dell and Dale find Mr. Penn's car parked around the corner outside a neighbour's house. It's an asset that could be seized if Mr. Penn doesn't pay. But there's a problem.
He's clearly got... He's clued up. He's not a stupid man. We're on private property here. That vehicle's been put on someone else's drive. So if we were here to remove that vehicle under the act, we couldn't take it from there. We could only remove it from his drive on his property. So he's got some knowledge of what we can do and what we can't do.
To further complicate matters, if the car has false plates, as the neighbour alleges, the agents won't be able to complete an accurate vehicle check on it.
I just need to do a HPI check on our vehicle, mate.
Yeah, far away, mate.
Sierra Mike Tango 1.
Sierra Mike Tango 1. It's clear finance, mate. It's a 2012 plate, BMW M5.
That's registered to the BMW, is it? That's interesting. We got told that it's he's using fake number plates. Obviously, we weren't sure. It's actually on a blue smart car.
Right. So we have black BMW M5 Auto.
The plate is false. Now the agents don't know if the smart car belongs to Mr. Penn or if it's free of finance.
Hello, sir.
I can't raise... so what I'm going to suggest I do is give you my smart car.
Right.
Which is a blue one. Right. Which is worth probably $4.5 grand, $5 grand.
Right, fair enough. It's a different number plate that's on it, though, yeah?
I advertised it that there, we just put some silly plates in, but if you just pull them off, the 12 plates behind them.
In possession of the logbook with the real registration number, Dale checks if the car's a match.
Right, Dale, that is coming back as a smart car, mate, yeah?
Yeah.
It's clear of finance. You're looking at 3,200 quid, mate.
If they sell the car at auction, it should almost cover the debt.
The value on it, they're saying, is 3,200.
Can you take that for security then, and see if I can raise the rest by Monday?
You should take it. And...
We'll take it, and obviously if you clear the balance, you can have the worry back.
Yeah.
That was a surprising move from him.
He must have known we knew he had that car. I'm not being silly. He's not a silly man.
Paranoid,
right? And he's offered us it because he wants us gone. The last thing he wants is us hanging about.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Penn has now given the agents authority to remove the car, Dell and Dale are legally entitled to take it from the neighbour's drive.
It's a nice car.
Yeah, look, it's just stuck on, like you said.
Recovery arrives to remove the smart car.
It's not the heaviest car in the world.
Well, it's nice. It's concluded. It's particularly nice because he's had a number of visits, a number of letters. He's not responded. It's just about perseverance, really, with timing.
What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't.
I don't know work. I can't cope.
Or won't pay it back.
I can't pay you. I can't pay you.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Don't tell me to chill. Flipping disgusting.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Please open the door.
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
In dramatic situations.
I'll break your glasses.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
We've got nowhere to go.
You can't leave him because if that pipe comes off, it's life-threatening.
And their possessions.
Will it be all right to tow it behind a transit?
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
Get your hands off me.
They'll take it away. Across Britain, 4.8 million people receive some form of housing benefit to help pay their rent. But since 2013, 46% of renters affected by the benefits cap have fallen into arrears more often. Paul Bowhill and Ben Pinner are High Court enforcement agents. They travel around the southeast, repossessing homes, chasing debts and seizing goods when debtors can't or won't pay.
You're going to go right down St Anne's Road, where the pub is. See, I'm quite familiar with these northern parts.
They're on their way to Finsbury Park, North London, to evict tenant Kareen Green, who's been in rent arrears for almost a year.
I don't know why, I've got a bad feeling about this one.
Do you feel it in your waters?
I did.
We're looking for Salisbury Mansions. So behind that Laguna.
Yeah.
Mind the tree.
I'm glad I've got you with me. Right.
Karine has received notice for the eviction from the county court, but the case has now been escalated to the High Court, and the agents are here today to evict her without warning.
What number is it?
55.
55.
Who is it?
The High Court enforcement have a repossession order for your flat.
Miss Green. Hi. My name's Ben, High Court enforcement. Madam, okay.
My child is inside and I'm
Okay.
a vulnerable person.
Okay, will you let me come in and talk to you?
No, you can pass me the possession order.
That's the writ of possession.
Thank you very much. I've got the other possession order from the court.
The county
Yeah,
court.
and I've also spoken to the council.
Yeah.
And I've also contacted the landlord and his company. And I have bipolar disorder. Do not make me get upset.
Okay, madam, I understand.
The agents have the right to force entry, but the team are now aware of Karine's vulnerability.
I've no obligation to let you in.
I'm afraid you do, madam.
No, actually I don't.
Okay, can I explain the situation right here, right now?
Explain.
We are from the High Court.
That's fine.
We are here to execute this writ today.
That's fine also.
You have 1 hour from now to pack a bag and to take your writ that I've given you down to the council.
Babe, the police are at my door.
We're not
The
police,
county
madam.
Possession order.
Karine calls her boyfriend for help.
The door's halfway open because this idiot has got his foot in the door. There's people outside my door. Don't tell me to chill. There's people outside. I suggest you call a solicitor because I'm getting really pissed off.
If there are clear visible signs of mental health, it does make it a little more tricky. We just need to try and comfort and reassure them and really try and support them in an emotional way, because it's a very distressing situation, especially because you're giving them bad news. We want to try and calm the situation and help them through it. Madam, I'm not here to make things difficult.
Well, clearly you are.
I'm not.
No, clearly you are.
I'm only trying to talk to you.
clearly you're here to make things difficult. I've sent the details to my landlord. I've also spoken to the council, who have a specific date for me to be out of the property, which the landlord has agreed in email, in writing, right? And I've already explained
Calm
to you.
down.
No, I will not. You don't know, yeah, what I've had to deal with this order possession. Yeah, you keep laughing because it's funny
I'm not finding
to
it
you.
funny, madam.
Karine claims she agreed a date with her landlord to move out. Despite the shock of today's visit, Paul and Ben are duty-bound to enforce the eviction. They need to remain calm and help her understand the situation.
Madam, calm down.
Telling me to fucking calm down. Have you got someone outside your door with their foot wedged in your door, chatting all kinds of shit?
Say anything.
You're
Let it
clearly
go.
trying to upset me and make this situation worse than it needs to be. You're trying to push your way through my door, right? Without knowing my part of the situation. Flipping disgusting. Been here 5 years and 2 months. Had I been a terrible tenant, I would understand.
If we find somebody who is clearly distressed and may be suffering from mental health issues, we would be very sympathetic. We would listen to them. And a simple technique is that we wait until they've talked it out of their system, and then we'll come forward with constructive suggestions on how we would like to deal with it.
Now Karine calls her father.
Dad, I'm not in a very good place right now. I have the police officers
High
from
Court
the
enforcement.
Pardon?
We're High Court enforcement, we're
Okay,
not police.
High Court enforcement at my door. Basically, yeah. Telling me I've got an hour to come out of the property when certain circumstances have already been agreed. Would you like to see those, Mr. High Court officer?
Absolutely.
Okay, brilliant.
If you would like to talk to me, we're not harassing you.
Yeah, but you've got your foot wedged in my fucking
Because you're going to
door.
shut the door on me.
You say you're a vulnerable person. Could you explain?
I have bipolar disorder, right?
Oh, we've made progress.
I can't hold this much longer. I'm losing blood flow.
Paul steps in to hold the door open, but it's been barricaded from the inside.
Madam.
Listen, let me tell you something. If you push me through this fucking door today, yeah? If you dare push me through this door today, you're gonna have a problem.
Madam, we just want to talk.
Don't you dare force your way through this door. Can you tell your colleague to move the hands from the door? You can come in.
He won't come in. He won't let me come in on my own. Let us both in. I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
Concerned about Kareen's well-being, Ben asks the police for assistance. He hopes that their presence will calm the situation down.
Hi, I'm a High Court enforcement officer. We're executing a writ of possession. The tenants are very irate, just screaming and shouting at the top of their voice. I'd say mental health, basically. So we'd need a unit, not within the hour either. We've got a High Court writ, so we could force the door down, theoretically.
We're on their way, okay?
They're taking the mick. He agreed he will not send the High Court or the bailiffs. So he's an arsehole.
What started as a straightforward repossession has turned into a volatile situation, which the agents must handle carefully. Paul and Ben must use all their years of experience to keep this difficult eviction under control.
I'm already wound up there. I'm well wound up.
High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Ben Pinner were in North London.
What number is it?
55.
They were executing an eviction notice on tenant Kareen Green, who'd been behind with her rent for almost a year.
I've no obligation to let you inside.
I'm afraid you do, madam.
But it soon became clear this eviction needed careful handling.
I have bipolar disorder, right?
Concerned for Kareen's welfare, Ben called the police.
The tenant, she's very irate. I'd say mental health, basically.
The police are on their way, but now Kareen's boyfriend Troy has arrived to help calm the situation.
Hello? What? Come in then.
I'm coming, babe.
Troy?
Sit down for me a second.
No, I'm not sitting down nowhere. This man is pushing his way into my fucking door.
Hold on a sec. Right. So High Court, she has to leave. Fine.
Yeah.
She needs to pack her stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're going to give her an opportunity to come back and take her stuff.
I've been trying to explain that, but what you've got to understand... Hold on a sec. I must inform you, the police obviously are on their way.
I understand.
My colleague's obviously holding the door, so please don't be alarmed by that.
Move from the door, please.
No. Not right this second.
Oh, Paul can't move from the door, apparently.
He's not going to shut the door.
I
I didn't ask you
totally.
to shut the door. I told you to move from
Stop.
pushing the door.
1 second. Let me get in, please. Let me get in. Let me get in. Stop.
I'm not pushing the door against you.
Yeah, there's something behind the door, by the way. That's what you're pushing up against. All right.
Explain the situation.
All right, hold on.
Stop. What are you telling me to stop for? Don't tell me to stop. I'm listening.
The best ally we can have in a conflict situation is we enlist the family friend. They know the people involved, they will be sympathetic to them, and they act as a really good buffer zone between us and the people. They can explain things to them in their own time.
Troy has managed to calm Kareen down.
I said he can come in.
I cannot come in on my own for health and
Will
safety.
you and
It's
your
our
friend
policy.
Paul come in,
Paul
but
can come
if
in. Paul, we're going to both go in.
After 20 minutes at the flat, the agents finally gain entry.
I'm not. That's fine. Do you know what? I'm not a rude person. I'm not even an aggressive person. I'm not even an angry person.
We don't know who's behind the door.
You don't know what's the ins and outs, which
Absolutely.
is fine, and I understand
All we
that.
get is this piece of paper with 2 names on it. We understand this is the worst situation in the world, but we want to try and make it as smooth as possible. All I need you to do now is pack a bag.
Yeah.
You will then need to make arrangements to collect the rest of your items.
Okay, no problem.
Kareen knew that her landlord wanted her out and has already started packing.
How are we doing?
Clothes are already half packed.
I'm sorry if you took offence at me. I'll be the most
Well,
helpful person in the world given
I-
the chance.
I 100% accept your apology.
Thank you.
I was very upset at the time. No problem at all.
Kareen had been on benefits, but started work as a teaching assistant a year ago. She was still entitled to some housing benefit, but Kareen claims that the council consistently miscalculated her entitlement and underpaid the landlord. Despite her attempts to resolve the situation, the shortfall was never cleared. Now, after 12 months of being in arrears, her landlord has had enough.
Got an interesting selection of books.
Ah, yes, I do. I work with special needs.
Really?
I'm studying child psychology now.
Wow, that's absolutely spot on.
Yeah. See, I'm a nice person. See what my students leave for me?
Being bipolar, though, how does it affect you?
Bipolar can do anything from leave you in a deep depression to manic episodes.
Right.
You're more likely to get yourself in bad places, be around the wrong types of people. It just depends on the person and their surroundings.
A few minutes later, the police arrive. But fortunately, Paul no longer needs their help.
We just wanted to call a halt. He was going the wrong way.
Okay, but
Hence
it's
we
all
called
sorted and
you.
you're happy. And...
She's changed her work hours, the benefits were stopped, the rent's got into arrears, the landlord's just said enough,
Right.
and he's issued the eviction order. Thank you very much. Bye.
Kareen's hour to pack up her essentials and leave is nearly up.
No documents will be left in this property, none. Because if I can't find my stuff, then the council want to tell me, oh, but you don't have this paper, oh, you don't have that paper, oh, we can't help you. Anything that I've handed in, I make sure I make copies of everything.
As you walk in, do they all get up and walk out?
Yeah, they pretty much do. It's even worse when I'm having a bipolar episode because I'm determined to get everything done.
Well, they don't actually see the sharp end like this. The council say, please don't panic.
Yeah.
It's going to take 2 months before the bailiff gets to you. But what they should then say is, unless the landlord takes this to the High Court, in which case it could happen overnight.
Exactly. And then when people come in there with an attitude, they get upset and then, you don't give me an attitude, you must leave the office, blah, blah, blah. But...
Can I actually say this as a compliment? You do attitude to perfection. You're an absolute diva. Spot on.
Kareen is determined to make the move for her young daughter as smooth as possible. But there's one family member who's not cooperating.
Still haven't found the cat.
Rosie.
My daughter named my cat after my mum. My mum wasn't impressed. But the next cat we have, we'll call it Ben.
Oh, I think that's a compliment. Let's push this one.
Told you.
Got her?
Cat chase.
She's not going in the bathroom. He's got her. The cat is in the bag. We're ready to go.
Kareen and her daughter are now homeless.
Let's go.
Yeah. I have no idea where I'm going to stay. I don't know where the council's going to put me. I just know that I'm a vulnerable person who has bipolar and a 6-year-old child. I know that much.
It will be up to the local council to find emergency accommodation for Kareen and her daughter tonight. Personal debt is continuing to rise nationwide. It currently stands at nearly £1.5 trillion. But over half of all people in relationships don't know how much debt their partners are in. (7 a.m). High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Sutton, Surrey, with a writ to recover nearly £2,000.
We're going to say Mr. Robert Grochowitz. He owes money to Marcin Stefaniak, £1,902.59 in the first instance. Might just be a personal debt. So really, it's moved very swiftly on this one.
The debt was originally an £800 unpaid county court judgment, but now with enforcement costs and legal fees, it has more than doubled.
Round the corner now, chap.
Left is right. What's that, 17, that?
If Mr. Grochowitz can't or won't pay, the agents have the authority to seize goods to the value of the debt.
Got your badge?
Yeah.
Try the handle, shall I?
Straight away, Dell has his eye on an asset.
Oh, open already.
Have a look.
You don't say.
Hello. How are you? Is Robert here? How are you, Robert? My name's Brian. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm here with a High Court writ. Thank you, sir. you want to put some clothes on? Do you want to get a t-shirt or some clothes on? We'll wait for you. Yeah. Robert, you're Robert, yeah? Is that you, yeah? Okay, Mr. Marcin Stefanik took you to court. We've got an outstanding balance of £1,902.59 for here to collect it. Do you know who he is?
No.
You don't know who he is at all?
No.
Isn't that odd? No idea at all?
No, no.
Okay. It's not uncommon for debtors to claim they don't know they're claiming because they don't want to pay it. But I don't believe a word of it. We've done this job a long time. We're pretty good judges of characters. Call it intuition, call it experience, call it what you like. But we just get the knack. We know when people are lying to us.
Robert claims he doesn't owe anything, but the High Court writ says otherwise.
Well, he knows you and he knows where you live. You know about this debt, don't you?
So we're not here because we want to be here. We're here because we've been sent here, yeah? Because you owe money.
I don't care.
Well, I do.
Tell you what you do. It's £1,902 at the moment, right? If you carry on like this, wasting time, it's going to go up.
How much?
£1,902.
1,000? You say 800.
Well, you didn't know about it.
It appears Robert is aware of the debt, after all.
So you know how much the original amount was? So tell me who...
I don't know what
So he knows exactly why we're here.
I don't like being lied to. I can't trust anything you say. If I can't trust anything you say, I can't believe you, which means you need to find the money to pay this in full.
Robert's wife comes downstairs to find out what's going on.
Jest Agnieszka, ja nie znam tego człowieka. Nie wiem, to są panie z sądu. Skąd? Przecież ja widzę.
Robert is still denying any knowledge of the debt, so Dell turns up the pressure.
As you're walking about, you might be able to think of someone can help you out.
It's too early now. It's 7 o'clock.
If you can't pay it...
give money today, definitely.
Okay.
But I need some time.
The bill might go up by 8 o'clock.
Why?
Because we're not here to spend all day.
But
Make some calls and we'll see how you get on, yeah?
Suggest you put some clothes on, sir.
Let's have a look around.
Robert starts trying to raise some funds, but the agents aren't taking any chances and draw up an inventory of goods they can seize to offset the debt. This includes the cars on the driveway.
The vehicles outside, are they yours?
Van.
I want to see logbooks for both the cars.
I think both cars might be in his name.
That's why I was asked for logbooks. Going to a debtor's house, the most expensive asset a person would normally have is a vehicle. It's got no finance. You've got something to target him with, really.
I need 5 minutes, right?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much.
The threat of losing his possessions has prompted Robert to try and raise some funds.
Can your work help you?
Sorry?
Can your work help you? Oh, okay.
What would you do?
Okay.
A colleague has agreed to help him out.
Yeah, 1,000. I don't have. No.
Was he transferred that into your account, has he?
Yes.
Okay. So what we need is £902.58 now.
The agents won't accept Robert's £1,000 offer. He needs to raise the full amount. And his wife wants answers.
Nic nie dostałem od tego pana. Nic. Nothing. Dostałem z kortu.
The most common thing I find, particularly if there's couples, is that one may not know of the debt, and that leads to an issue between them in terms of trust and how their relationship is. We've got strange men in her house saying that her partner owes money and she knows nothing about it.
15 minutes after denying all knowledge of the debt, Robert has found most of the money.
1,700.
1,700?
I've got 1,700 right now.
We need another £200. I know.
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's take the 1,700 and you pay me by 1 o'clock the rest, yeah?
At least 1 o'clock.
That's fine. Get a card, please. Top. 1,700, yeah?
Even though Robert has agreed to pay, he still says he knows nothing about the debt.
I'm not cross with you, but
no.
I didn't know this person.
Robert, I told you £1,902. That's the only figure I gave you. Then you told me it was 800 and something, and I never told you that figure.
You say in front of my door we need to collect
900,000.
No, I didn't. Okay, we'll beg to differ.
I'm a good person, I think.
Absolutely, you are.
And I'm a responsible father. I want to save my family.
The money's stored for 14 days with the High Court so you can dispute it.
Robert has paid £1,700. But if he doesn't pay the remaining £200 by 1 o'clock, the agents will be back to seize goods.
You know exactly what it was. I told him 1,902 quid and he went, it was only 800 something, so I was like, boom, you know exactly what it was.
What's happened is he hasn't told his wife. And he's had to style it out a little bit. That's what's happened there. He'll say whatever he needs to in front of his wife. Otherwise he wouldn't be agreeing to pay the rest of the money.
Maybe, you know, there's so many ins and outs in the building game, you know, they get contractors daily, don't they? So, you know...
I'm a granddad again.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Congratulations,
that's yeah. I better... He's,
Crack a smile, go on, crack a smile. There you go.
I better find out what his name is.
Brian.
God forbid.
Brian.
God forbid.
Call him Brian. He looks like a Brian.
Brian and Dell have got the result they needed. But on their next case...
I said 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Don't talk like that. Don't wag your finger.
What?
An angry father and son put them in a volatile situation.
This is the dirty thing. If the other 2 officers come, then I will punch it.
Cash flow is a growing problem for UK companies. 85% of small and medium-sized businesses are currently affected by late payment of invoices, with an average of nearly £32,000 owed to each firm. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Northampton to recover a debt of nearly £3,000 owed to an insurance company.
What have we got next, Del?
We are going to Empire Cars on the Grafton Street Industrial Estate.
Empire Cars is a taxi firm, and the owner, Mr. Tarib Ali, has already paid half the debt.
What road do we want?
We want Cornway, Unit 6.
Mr. Ali agreed to pay the balance within 2 weeks.
We want Office 1 over there.
But he didn't stick to the agreement. This time, there won't be any second chances.
Morning, gentlemen. Empire Cars? Yeah. OK. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Come to collect the rest of the monies that you owe. Who's the man I need to speak to?
How long have we got?
You've got now.
Next week.
No. That's your opening gambit. This is my opening gambit. If you're not going to pay now, I will remove your things. OK? So, what do you want to do?
What's the balance now?
It's £2,950.22.
You incur further costs, unfortunately.
Because you didn't pay when you were supposed to, did you?
Because the defendant has defaulted, the debt has risen by nearly £1,000. Now Brian and Dell need payment in full today. But first, they need to establish who is the debtor.
I paid. I said I have to pay next 2 months for the 2 payments, but all finished. I'm paying already half, right?
That was a month ago.
Oh, hang on. OK, who's the boss? Who's in charge? Whose company is it? What's your name, please?
Ali.
Mr. Tarib Ali is the debtor, and he seems unwilling to cooperate with the agents.
This is the dirty thing.
Are you going to pay it?
Oh, if it's the dairy coming, but I'm not opening the door, I will fight them.
There's no need for that.
Mr. Ali's son, Rahman, claims that an arrangement was made with the agent's office to delay payment.
All the lady told me on the phone is her client was willing to accept payments. They can make a payment in October.
The family claim that the agent's visit is a mistake.
Many times,
Did he say that?
bloody office.
That's what he said?
That's why he shouted.
So you're thinking that they've asked us to come because they've messed up? Oh,
yeah.
right.
If the other 2 officers come, then I will punch it.
Would you?
Yes. No. Because I'm big naughty man before.
If there's been a mess up, I apologise.
But Brian is suspicious.
Dale, give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Can I pick your brains on a case?
Okay.
Brian calls the office to find out whether their claims about an agreement to pay later are true.
HCW 2513. Is there any arrangement on the system?
I spoke to this debtor because the balance was due at the end of September. Tried to clear it over 2 or 3 months. I said, well, you know, that wasn't really the agreement. It started falling into charity saying he was going to go to the claimant and make them allow him to have more time.
Okay.
And I advised him at that point that threatening our client is unacceptable.
Okay, thank you, bye.
It's clear that Mr. Ali did not have an agreement to defer the second payment.
No, there's no arrangement. Stuart came here on the 3rd, took half the payment on the basis that you pay the balance at the end of September. It's all recorded, yeah? Debtors in this job will always be deceitful, difficult, throw walls up in front of you. When I know someone's lying to me, they've set the tone, as far as I'm concerned.
Despite Mr. Ali and his son's protests, they must pay £2,900 today. If they don't, the agents will seize goods to offset the debt.
You know what this piece of paper says? I am commanded to seize in execution your goods. That's the High Court telling me that. So if you don't want to pay it, that's fine. You can have that, sir. Let me give it to you. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I will give it to you. Take it. Take this. Here. Have it. If you're not paying, mate, just tell me so I can call a van.
But then, Mr. Ali's son, Rahman, makes another unexpected claim.
Originally, this debt, is not even belong to Empire.
Nothing to do with me.
Let's cut this short. You were given enough time to get this set aside.
Rahman says that his father has passed the company to him and that he paid off the first half of the debt, even though he didn't feel responsible for it.
If you're not liable for it, what have you done about it since?
I just couldn't be bothered to go through the hassle and getting my money back, right?
Okay. You couldn't be bothered to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered.
Okay.
I couldn't be bothered to
Let's hold it there.
Let's
hold it there.
To get my £2,000
Let's hold it there.
Mr. Ali might have passed the cab company to Rahman, but the writ still allows the agents to chase the business for payment.
Please, you give me another week time.
The reason I need it paid today and now is because he couldn't be bothered to do anything about
You
it.
just put another fucking £900 on top of that shit.
Because you failed to keep your end of the... You know what, bruv? It's very easy. I'll tell you what you do. Long story short, sir, do me a favour. Get me the balance of this money, okay?
Well, now?
Right?
Yeah. How?
I don't know. We don't get involved in disputes, all right?
Don't talk like that.
Don't wag your finger. What? I'm being very polite with you. Throwing her arms about, screaming and shouting. It's not going to faze me. No, it just makes me dig in a little bit harder, that I won't suffer that sort of nonsense. We're not going to be bullied. You're going to pay.
After 20 minutes of arguing about the debt, Dell's patience has run out.
Unplug. That's cool, bruv. We're going to remove, bruv.
With no sign of payment, the agent's only option is to seize goods.
I'm not here to play. I'm here to do my job. Keep your money, bruv.
Get out of my sight.
What? What? Get out of your sight. Who are you speaking to?
I didn't say get out of my sight.
You did say that.
Get out of my sight.
No, while I'm here, it isn't, is it?
Then suddenly, Rahman changes his stance.
2 o'clock, with full balance clear. 2 o'clock.
How are you going to make that payment?
What do you mean?
Sorry. Card, cash, whatever.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? I don't like you being rude, bruv.
I did it at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Shall I speak to you the way you speak to me?
Wait and take a seat.
It's now 10 past 1, yeah? Del, I'm happy with 2, yeah? No, we'll stay here. It's no problem. Thank you.
The taxi firm has under an hour to come up with the money. If they don't, the agents will start taking assets.
We're not here to be shouted at or disrespected in any way. We've tried to talk to them and just lay out the facts. You've got to remember there's 5 or 6 of them in there. Yeah, and they want to raise their voice and maybe stunt their authority, but they're not in charge, we are.
While they wait, Dell starts making a list of assets they can seize if the 2 o'clock deadline is missed.
When you guys get upset at the wrong people, man, it's not us.
It's not a nice job, is it?
Well, let's put it this way. If a man owed you money, do you want him and me to go and get it? Or do you want someone who's going to go there and say, well, we'll accept £5 a week, please? Would you? You want your money?
So that's my seat.
Is it? Since you asked so nicely.
As 2 o'clock approaches, Mr. Ali still tries to strike a deal.
You good?
How much I want to pay now?
It's gone beyond that. It's gone beyond that now. It has, yeah. Come on. It's all got to be done now. When dealing with debts involving families, family pride does get in the way, because there's someone's taking responsibility for the family, and ultimately will take responsibility for making sure the debt's paid.
With minutes to go before the deadline, Rahman's cousin and sister arrive to pay off the debt.
So 700's cleared. There's £2,250.22. Thank you for helping, both of you.
Dell's tactics have paid off. The debt has been collected in full.
All paid. All done. It's nice to see they came together and got it paid. A little frustration, but at the end of the day, he's defaulted the arrangement given. You know, a bit more transparency, it'll be probably dealt with a lot easier and quicker. Yeah. But hey ho, it's done, and we'll move on to the next one.
In Britain, the number of households renting in the private sector has increased by over 3 million since 2001. But 11,000 families in England and Wales were evicted by private landlords in the first 3 months of last year. Steve Pinner and Roo Pabari are High Court enforcement agents. Today they're in Portsmouth to repossess a property.
I've driven 100 miles today to get here. It's stopped raining for now anyway.
The tenants have lived in the property for 2 years, but the landlord told them 5 months ago that she was selling up and wanted them out.
All being well, should be, hopefully, relatively straightforward.
That never goes straightforward.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem, isn't it?
To speed up the eviction, the landlord has fast-tracked the case to the High Court.
It looks like on the paperwork that there's going to be a locksmith.
Yeah.
It's just a straightforward writ of possession that they won't know anything about, as always. They'll just pull up over here.
But the locksmith is already at the property.
Hi there, morning.
I'm your locksmith.
Nice to meet you.
Just kicking off on one. I arrived and basically they don't know nothing about it.
Well, they don't. Yeah, that's why nobody should have gone there till we got there. Difficult when you get to a job and somebody's already been there and told them that you're on your way. It's bad enough just opening the door and them seeing you, but they're expecting you now, so they're like ready for you. So you're on the back foot to start with.
The tenant, Victoria Manser, and her partner, Shane, knew their landlord wanted them out, but they didn't know it would happen so soon.
OK, so you are...
Victoria.
Victoria. OK, Victoria. We're High Court enforcement agents.
Yeah.
Can I just get in through here, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
This is a writ from the High Court.
Oh, we're not getting told that today, obviously. I've got a...
Yes, you are. Okay.
I got told...
Well, why haven't you got a letter, though? I respect what you're doing. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to be an arsehole or anything like that, right?
Glad about that.
But...
We've been told...
We was told... No, let me speak. We was told we would get a letter. A time and a date. Okay. So we can get our stuff out prior to you coming.
Okay.
We would have done that. And we would have just gone, there you go, there's the keys, okay. Right? Now, this has not happened.
Okay.
Now, where are we going to go now? I'm a bit livid, right?
Okay.
The council, they told me that obviously it would take at least another week for you to come out.
They've misled you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I'm sorry.
Would you give us enough time to get all our stuff out on the street then?
What we'll do is get you an hour to get your personal effects together. Things you'll need for a few days.
See, I've got my relative stuff in here.
And then you can make an arrangement.
Well, my landlord's not going to do that.
She has to.
She won't do that.
She has to.
You don't know my landlord.
It's clear that the landlord's decision to fast-track the eviction has come as a shock to the couple.
I don't trust my landlord one bit. I'm sorry. It's not you.
I understand that. It's upsetting. I understand that.
Yeah,
I get that. Sure. What you need to do is you need to get everybody up, dressed and ready.
Yeah.
Take this letter and the children with you down to the council. You've got to change the locks, so we'll let you get on.
The family had already started to pack their belongings.
This is out of order. And I've got a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old, right? And they shouldn't be seeing this. This is wrong.
The tenants are legally entitled to return to the property at a later date to collect their possessions. But Shane decides to empty the entire house.
So there's not a lot we can do other than just wait for him to empty the house and lock it up.
I'm gonna kick off in a minute. Try and get out of my fucking way.
All right.
Tenants say to us that it's the landlord's fault. That's why we're in this position. And I try and explain to them that, you know, it has been through the court. The court has decided in the landlord's favour and they have to leave. It's an unfortunate situation. We're asking them to leave what's considered their home.
The family's possessions are piling up on the pavement.
Oh, you're having a flipping that bubble. It's bloody raining. This is not even my gear. It's going to be ruined.
I don't know how many times I told him that she has to let him back in to collect his stuff. But if you can't reason with someone, you can't reason with someone. Half hour or so.
Seeing all her belongings on the street is taking its toll on Victoria.
I hope you haven't put all your clothes in here. You need to get changed into something.
Really fast about getting changed right now. Shit.
The family has managed to get most of their possessions out of the house.
What is going on?
But then, Victoria's mum arrives.
What is going on? They told you that they'd been served.
Okay.
Fucking, I don't believe it.
Hang on, Mum, don't go off your nut.
Right, is that it? Is that everything out of the house?
Yeah, everything.
Oi, mug it. Right, so now what?
I've got to try and get it somewhere to store now.
Right, that's all right. Yeah, shit.
Tensions are rising. But then a friend of the landlord also arrives.
I may just put the keys up for the...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
OK, brilliant.
I can't pick up bloody keys to the house. Little friends come down and put the keys to the house out.
Yeah, well, tell her to go fuck herself. How about that?
That's the landlord's husband, I swear down.
Oh,
you partner? No.
No, he's here to collect the keys.
Sounds a bit cheeky. Oh.
Right, you know what I'm this because you pay the rent or you need to whatever, so don't start giving me... Oh, shut up. Give me a little more, man. I've been asked to come over and get keys and that's it.
Come here and get fucking keys then, you fucking prick. I'll go some to you, eh?
Whatever.
With emotions running high, will Steve and Rue be able to stop this volatile eviction from spiralling out of control?
Wait a minute.
High Court enforcement agents Steve and Rue were in Portsmouth to evict a family from their home.
This is out of order, and I've got two kids here. I've got a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old, and they should be seeing this.
Steve gave the tenants an hour to collect their personal items.
We'll kick off in a minute, don't get out of my fucking way.
All right.
But with trust between the landlord and tenants completely broken down, Shane and Victoria decided to empty the whole house.
I don't know how many times I told him that she has to let him back in to collect his stuff.
What is going on?
When Victoria's mum arrived,
Fucking, I don't believe it.
the situation became heated.
It's all right. Yeah, shit.
And the arrival of a friend of the landlord's saw tempers reach boiling point.
I've been asked to come over and
Why
get
come
keys
here?
and that's
Why
it.
come here and get the fucking keys then, you fucking prick? I'll go some to you, eh?
Oh, whatever.
Now Steve needs to use all his years of experience to keep the eviction on track.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
You definitely don't need it.
I'll go back later when it's all died down.
Yeah, that's always the best thing.
Yeah.
Give it an hour. Well, I don't know how long they're going to take to get a couple of bands out.
Yeah.
Comes another couple now that come and have a go. Get in your car and have a nice day.
Thank you very
all
much.
The best.
Enjoy.
Take care. All the best.
But just as Steve manages to defuse one situation, Shane's mother arrives.
Oh, I'm going to get another earache.
This is none of your fault, Vic. None of your fault.
She claims the council have refused the family's request to be rehoused, despite Shane telling them his landlord was going to evict them.
Where's the council amongst all this?
Yeah.
This is not her fault. The council see to everybody else. The council see to everybody else that comes into this country, but they don't see to my own son. The council see to everybody else. They have everybody else that comes into this country, but when it comes to their own, there's lived here, born in bloody Olinda Street, in Portsmouth, all the families here, and they don't even help their own. This is ridiculous. Look at it. All their possessions. The council knew that they needed help, but they haven't been there or done nothing.
People kept coming from everywhere, shouting and having a pop. But you just have to be aware of everybody around you. you know where you are and how safe you are. Inevitably, 9 times out of 10, they do tend to calm down because you have a calm approach.
News of the eviction has attracted the attention of the whole street.
Man, dirty washing. That's embarrassing.
I don't know what you're going to do with this.
Well, I'm going to have to wait now for a van and take it to a storage unit.
With no disrespect to you, like we don't know you, we don't know the agent, landlord or whoever it is.
Nah.
We just get our instructions and get an address.
Yeah.
So that leaves us totally impartial.
Despite the protests, the family has emptied the entire house.
I need to clear this pathway.
What can we do?
I need to get a van.
So you're all done now?
I think we're done. Can I just have a look?
Yeah,
Have a look round.
come. Because I've got to go round and shut all the windows, lock the doors, so forth and so on. You can't do that, they're fixed. I was amazed at the speed they actually emptied the house, because I know how long it would take me to empty a property of my own and try and move. I can't figure out how they did it so quickly.
You just want to get it done, dusted. I've got in a bit of a brain fix to get everything out.
OK, I'm just going to lock up upstairs.
Once upon a time, this house was really lovely and decorated. This is what I'm on about. I spent some money in this house. I've even decorated upstairs. I've decorated my boys' room. I've decorated the front room, the hallway, everything to make it look nice. I just can't believe it's happened now. I didn't expect this one bit.
2-bedroom terraced house is all out in front on the pavement. OK, well, I'm actually going to lock your door now.
Yep.
The eviction is now complete.
I wish you good
We're
luck.
going to take it to storage now anyway, so...
Good luck.
Shane, Victoria and their children are now homeless. It will be up to the council to find them emergency accommodation for the night.